Good evening and welcome to the Whisky Lovers Society with me, Gert Retief, and tonight we are doing something local here in Belgium. It is the Gouden Carolus Single Malt. It is distilled here in Belgium, and they do have a little bit of a trick up their sleeves, and they use the mash from their beer distillery, specifically for the Gouden Carolus Tripel beer. And then, of course, they distill this mash and then they create this whiskey. And apparently, this is not a very old whiskey. I cannot find any information with regards to an age statement. I know it's bottled at 46% ABV, so probably no chill filtration, but I don't have any information on that. So the maturation, they start off with ex-bourbon cask. So on the second maturation, they use reworked casks that they hand select. So what it actually just means, they use old casks that they reworked, and then they would do a finish on those reworked casks. This is the second Belgian whiskey that I've tried. I've tried the Belgian Ale, and I loved it. I think that is perfect for my palate, so I've got a lot of hope for this one. So, the Carolus Single Malt from Belgium on the nose. Cheers. That is so nice. Now, the funny thing is, they don't say anything about sherry casks or what type of cask that they use for the finish or second maturation. But what I do get is something very, very similar to a Pedro Ximénez cask. I get a little bit of that sherry note, a little bit of a rubber note appearing. And that is so typically a sherry cask, specifically to a Pedro Ximénez cask. So not sure where it comes from. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but that's what I get on the nose. So that little hint of a rubber note is definitely there. Quite a lot of sweetness on the nose. A lot of sherry cask type of notes coming out. So I get a dried fruit, I get a little bit of a raisins coming out. I get a little bit of figs. Reminds me a little bit of a Christmas cake. Definitely some vanillas coming out. And I also get a little bit of a cinnamon coming out. And at the back I get some nice dark chocolate. Wow, that is really nice. So I suspect there is some type of sherry cask finish on this one. Again, speculation because I don't know. So on the taste, cheers. Wow, this is just nice. Absolutely fantastic. Sweet vanillas coming out. I get a dried fruit. I get a little bit of the raisins coming out. Big toffee note, caramel notes coming out. Very little. I would even say almost no oak on the taste for me. Really, a little bit of an oily mouthfeel, a little bit of a creamy note coming out. Even if you take a big sip, even at 46%, I don't get a lot of the alcohol. It's just nice, sweet, lovely flavors, lovely taste. The chocolate just keep on building up. And now in the second sip, I also get a little bit of a tannin coming up, but it's almost nothing. This is quite similar to a dark chocolate, maybe a 70% cacao, where you get that hint of a bitterness in the background. Oh, absolutely fantastic. So it is 46. I'm just going to add a little bit of water. I'm just going to put in maybe 6 or 7 drops of water. It's not a lot left. I do get a little bit of a Scottish mist coming out. There's a little bit of a cloudiness forming in a glass. And when I add a little bit of water to it, the first thing that I do get is that sweet milk chocolate. So it feels like it went from a dark chocolate into a milk chocolate for me. Nice, light, less on the sweetness, more vanilla notes coming out, a little bit more cinnamon, but the biggest note that I do get is the chocolate note coming out. With the taste, cheers. Creamy milk chocolate, a little bit of an oily mouthfeel to it, a hint of an oak. Well, I would not even suggest that it's oak. I would definitely mention the same on the taste with water or without water, is that chocolatey bitterness coming out. Absolutely fantastic. Let me just give it one more try. This is really nice. I think this is just made for my palate. I don't like oaking things. I like something that's a little bit on the sweet side. I like the fact that I can add a little bit of water to bring the ABV a little bit down so that it's perfect for me. The chocolate flavors and the chocolate aromas are just fantastic. And it's quite funny because this is Belgium. So maybe it's a little bit of a brain conundrum that I am looking at staying in Belgium, capital world of chocolate. But my brain is telling me this is absolutely fantastic. I do like it. Quite a dangerous one. I think this is something that you can sip all night. And but of course, it's not going to be possible for the body. So the finish is nice, sweet chocolate, a hint of a creamy note, a hint of that espresso or maybe a dark chocolate note. And then I also get at the end a little bit of a sweet toffee note coming out. Absolutely fantastic. So score-wise, I'm going to give it a 90 out of 100, which for me is quite a high score. I normally don't even go into the 90s, but for me this is absolutely made for me. If you like the sweet things in life, if you like the dark chocolate notes, this is something that you will definitely like. And add in a little bit of a toffee note. The sweetness is there. I really, really like this one. So that's me on the Belgian whiskey, the Gouden Carolus Single Malt. Absolutely fantastic. Now, not so easy to get. This is actually, I don't think most of my subscribers have ever heard of this one. So that if you can try it, if you can find it, give me a comment. Tell me what you think about it. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I see you next time. Cheers.